Hello guys, welcome back my little YouTube family. I know it's been a while, but today's flow is based all around stability for us. So we're going to be coming up into eagle pose. We're going to gradually take the journey there, which means a lot of stability, strength throughout our glutes, and hopefully just a nice flowy flow for us all today. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so we're going to start off in our easy seats in our Sukhasana. And as always, just letting the palms rest on the knees, rolling the shoulders back and down. Really taking the time just to center and arrive into this space. So noticing the sit bones upon the earth. And in turn, notice if you can get a sense of that ground rising up to meet you. Letting the flesh just relax around the bones. And then finally, just finding the breath within the chest. And just check in with that today. Try not to control it. Just noticing your rhythm, your flow and your energy that you came here with. And let that settle too. And maybe the breath today is perfect as it is. If you do want a tiny bit more, take an inhale into the belly. Fill the lungs up, all the way up. And exhaling all the way down into the root. Breathing in, belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Breathing in to find a sensation of full. And exhaling completely to empty. Taking 2 more breaths at your own pace and at your own time. And then finally, bringing the hands to the heart. Setting your sankalpa for the practice. It can be one word, an intention, or maybe dedicating this practice to something higher than yourself. Taking an inhale to seal it within. And exhale, let it out into the world. Namaste. And welcome to your practice. We're going to start off as we are, just bring the arms towards the T. So spread the fingers out wide, find length through the fingertips. Taking a breath in. And as you breathe out, bring the right hand down and send the left arm up and over. So side reaching here. We're going to keep moving throughout these postures. So inhale, come back through a T. And exhale, twist towards the left. Right hand, left knee. Breathe in to lengthen the spine. And breathe out to twist a little bit more. Now inhale, bring it back through center. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round the upper back. Hold it there. Good. Repeating once more. So inhale, chest is open. Exhale, side reach in to the left. Soften the right elbow. Then coming up through center, find the T. Take a twist towards the left. Beautiful. Breathe in, find that T shape. And breathe out to round the upper back, hold it there. This time, take the right elbow underneath the left, either grabbing hold of the shoulders or making the eagle bind. Breathe in to rise, come all the way up. And as you breathe out, begin anti-clockwise circles. So just letting the elbows move you. And letting the weight of the elbows just open up through that upper back. You can close your eyes if you want to. When you've completed 3 circles, take it the opposite side. Noticing the movement in the spine. Noticing the sit bones on the earth. Beautiful. And after your 3rd round, finding a spot individual to you where you think you're going to get the best benefits of the pose. And breathe into it. Can you send your breath into an area that will intensify the sensation? One more breath. And then inhale to rise, come all the way up. Release the arms, give them a tiny bit of a shake. I'm going to do exactly the same on the opposite side. Arms go wide, big breath in. Breathe out, left arm down this time. Right arm reaching, length through the right side body. Slowly coming up for a T. Taking that twist towards the right. Left hand to the right knee. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. And breathe in, bring it back through center. Breathe out to round, back of the heart towards the back. One more. Inhaling, find the T. Left arm down, right arm reaches. One breath, one move, slowly come up to rise. Take the twist towards the right. Good. So find the twist, your maximum, and then bring it back through center. Round the upper back, so really making space between the shoulder blades. And this time, bring the left arm under the right. Eagle the arms, send the arms up high. And then begin clockwise circles this time. So dropping it towards the right first. And again, just getting lost in the movement. Getting lost in the sensation of the upper back. Maybe into the QL muscles. It's in your lower back. Good. And switch directions. So taking 3 rounds in the opposite way. And again, just noticing where in the body, where in this posture you're going to get the most benefit. And when you've found it, hold it there. Breathe into the stillness. Hold for 2. And 1. Inhale to rise, come up. Release the arms, give them a tiny bit of a shake, release through the neck, and come into all fours for me. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and really grip the floor with the fingertips. Good. As you breathe in, send the right foot back. So squeeze the glute, keeping the hips nice and square. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, right knee behind the left, sink the butt down low, so you're going to feel a sensation in that left hip. Inhale to kick the foot back, starting position. Exhale, right knee to elbow, round the upper back, come forward. Good, 2 more. Extend the leg, inhale. Knee behind each other, sink it down low. And extend through the leg, elbow to knee once more. Last one. So send right foot back. This time, keep the legs straight and bring the right foot to the outside of the mat. Stay high on the toes and just begin to rock forwards and backwards. So I don't want to call it stretching, I just want that discovery of the outside of that left hip. Take 1 more breath. And then inhale, use the glutes, rising it up. Exhale, elbow to knee, round the upper back, hold. For 2, and 1, place both knees back down on the ground. Readjust if you need to, coming onto the left hand side. Left leg extends. Squeeze the glutes, big breath in. Left knee behind the right, sink it low. Good. Moving with the breath, so extend that left leg. Left knee to elbow, make contact. Keep rounding the back as you come forward. 2 more. Kick the foot back. Knees behind each other, sink the butt. Extend through that left leg. Left knee, left elbow, come forward. Now adding on, extend that left leg, flex the toes. Keep it straight and send it over towards that right side. Toes on the ground, sinking back into that right hip. And again, just begin to rock forwards and backwards on the toes. Notice the outside of the glute already firing up. Taking one more breath. And slowly extend that left leg up and back, breathe in. Elbow to knee, come forward, hold, push the floor away. Grip the floor with the fingers for 3, 2, and 1. Both knees come down on the ground. Good. Keep the rounding of the back, tuck the toes under, lift the knees to a hover, breathe. Hold. For 2, and 1. Send the hips up high, coming into your first downward dog. So feel free to make any adjustments you need to. You can walk out the dog, you can shake the hips, and just checking into this posture. So I know you know what this feels like, you've been here 1,000 times, but can you discover a different sensation in your body today? And when you're ready, coming into stillness, and have that sense of just settled presence. Coming into something that's so familiar, your body just automatically finds its resting spot. So much so that now you focus again on the breath. The expansion and the retraction of the belly. Good. And on your next inhale, send the right leg all the way up. But keep a soft bend in that left knee, try not to lock it out. Keep the hips square, keep that right leg pushing all the way back. Taking a breath in. As you breathe out, bring your knee in towards your nose, come forward. 2 more. Kicking the leg up high, so as if you're moving through honey. How slowly, how stable can you move between these 2 postures? 1 more time, shifting the weight up and back. And then as you bring the shoulders forward, as the shoulders come on top of the hips, that doesn't make sense, top of the wrist, step the right foot forward. Good. And again, soften through that back knee. As you breathe in, send the heart forward. And as you breathe out, bending through the left leg, straighten the right leg just as much as you can. And again, moving in between these 2 postures. Noticing where the shifting of weight happens. Noticing your connection to the ground. 1 more time. And then the next time you come forward, ground down through the right foot, lift that leg up high, and come into your variation of standing splits. So we're going to come into the glute here using our hip mobility. So keep the hands and upper body nice and relaxed. You can bring your hands onto your blocks. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, soften that right leg, bend into the right knee as you send that left foot all the way up and over towards the left, only tapping the floor. Inhale, push through the heels, squeeze the glutes, full rotation in the hips. As you exhale, bend that right knee again and bring the left over to the right. 1 more each side. Inhale to kick it up, exhale to lower, bring it down. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out, left foot goes down. Come high up onto the toes, just like we did at the start. Left arm stays down, right arm goes up. So we're adding a twist. You should feel a lot happening in that right-hand side of the glute. Taking 2 breaths. And then slowly placing right hand down. Step that left foot back once more. Left hand comes in, right arm goes up. So twisted lunge. Stack the shoulders in one line and come in onto the knife edges of both feet. If this is enough and you're like, Sarah, I can't go anymore, stay here. If you want to pulse, take an inhale, raise the arms up, and exhale, bring the hips down. 2 more. Lifting it up high and slowly sinking it down. Last one. Arms go up, hips goes down, hold it for a breath. And as you breathe in, as that right arm comes up, turning towards the left-hand side, heels in, toes out, forward fold. Good. And again, stabilizing through the feet. So ground down through the heels. As you breathe in, slowly rise, come all the way up. Arms go high on the inhale. As you exhale, just bring the right arm under the left. Sink it low, goddess, but don't make contact yet. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, bring it low. Twice more. So all the time, just bring in the awareness to the heels. Bring in the awareness to the force pushing you up and out of the pose. And this time, as you cross the arms, find that eagle pose. Good. Push to the outsides of the feet. Feel free to move if you want to. Amazing. Taking 2 more breaths. Sinking a little bit lower. And then inhale to rise, straighten the legs. Keep the arms, parallel the feet, begin to fold forward. So releasing through the back line now. Giving the hammies and glutes a bit of a rest, a bit of a stretch. Maybe shaking from side to side. Releasing through the whole front and back line. On your next inhale, slowly release the arms. Halfway lift, look forward, and then turn towards the left foot. Hands surround that left foot up and back, 3-legged or 4-legged downward dog. And come into your vinyasa, 2 rounds, so whether you're rippling or rolling the spine forward, whether you're adding chaturangas, I personally am not good today, drop the hips, lift the heart, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, send it back, downward facing dog. 3 big breaths. Coming back to that intention you set. And again, just notice the weight. Is there equal weight between the hands and the feet? Left leg goes high, take a big breath in. Hips square, soften that right knee so you get the hamstring engaged and it's not locking out. And then slowly bring that knee in towards your nose, 3 times. So using the full length of the breath. So thinking about letting the breath set the tempo here. Left knee comes in. Chest goes back, leg goes up. Last one. Knee in towards your nose, rounding through the spine, softly step the foot forward. And begin the pulses, so inhale, chest forward, soften the right knee as you bring the hips back, modified half split. Again, it doesn't matter how much you can straighten the leg, doesn't matter what it looks like, it's just the feeling that we're going for, the distribution of weight, the grounding of the feet. Go in once more. And the next time you come forward, floating on up, standing split. Right leg goes high. Taking a big breath in. As you breathe out, bring the right foot over to the right first. Soften the left knee, tapping the floor. Push to the outside of that left foot to raise that right glute. And soften the left knee, bring the right foot to the left. 1 more each side. Inhaling. Full rotation in the hips. Exhale, bring it down. Last one. Lift it up high. Right foot goes down onto the left. Hold it there. Stay on the toes. Keep the right hand down. Send the left arm up. Oh, and just find that release in the outer left hip. Breathe in. Hold for 2. And 1. Left arm goes down. Step that right foot back. Right hand stays down, left arm goes up. So setting the foundation first before we move. Stabilizing through that right arm, come onto the knife edges of both feet. Either staying here or adding your pulses, lifting the hips up. Think of lengthening through the whole left-hand side. Then dropping the hips, bringing it low. 2 more. Lifting it up high. And then sinking it low. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out, drop the hips, left arm goes back, hold it for a breath. And as you push the floor away, let that left arm guide you towards the right. Parallel the feet to the sides of the mat, heels in, toes out. Soften the knees and begin to rise, coming all the way up. Nice. Arms go high. As you breathe out, left under the right, sink it low, goddess. 3 more. So lifting it up. Bend the knees, keep pushing to the outsides of the feet. 2 more. So make it in sync with the breath. You use the breath, all the hard work seems a little bit easier. This time as you sink, find the rack, find the eagle arms. Keep pushing to the outsides of the feet. This round, can you go a little bit lower? Can you breathe into your belly? Can you soften through your jaw? Taking 1 more breath. And then inhale to rise. Parallel the feet, keep the arms, big breath in. And then slowly begin to round and release, come down, forward fold, eagle arms. And again, instead of trying to bring the elbows in towards you, push the fingertips away from you and elbows down towards the mat. Weight towards the toes to get even more into the back of the legs. One more breath here. And slowly release the arms. Walk the feet back round to the right hand side. Hands surround that right foot steps back, 3-legged or 4-legged dog. Coming into your vinyasa. So ripple, roll the spine. Drop the hips, roll the shoulders back. Soften the elbows to push the chest forward. Exhale, downward facing. 5 breaths. So if you prefer to take your rest in your child's pose, feel free. Good. 1 more round each side, and then we're taking it to the floor. So when you're ready, right foot goes up. This time, bend the knee, open up the hip. So squeeze in through that left glute. See if you can send the inside of that left thigh towards the right. Taking a big breath in. Breathe out, knee to nose, come forward. As slow as you can, as purposefully as you can, step the foot in between the hands. Breathe in to look forward and lengthen. And again, breathe out, send it back. So coming into these modified half split variations. And again, just noticing the weight. Noticing the stability between the legs. And the next time you come forward onto that right foot, you're going to ground down through the heel, root to rise, find that high lunge. Good. And keep a kind of buoyancy here. So that back leg doesn't need to be straight and locked out. You can keep a slight bend to keep the integrity in the pose. Take a breath in. Breathe out, lean and fly. So load in that right thigh and that glute. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lean and fly. Last one. Arms go high. This time, keep the arms up, lean forward. Hold it there. Right arm under the left, eagle it out. Keep the fingertips pressing forward as you slowly float that left leg. Keep a bend in that right knee. We're nearly there. Keep pushing through the heel. Take an inhale, rise, left knee in towards your chest. Exhale, left knee on top of the right, eagle pose, we're here. Good. And settle in. So sink the hips low. Notice how the whole journey was about settle into this point. Notice the weight on that right heel. Take a breath in. Breathe out, elbows to knee, come low. Hold in. Breathe in for 5. For 4. 3. 2. And 1. Inhale, rise. Release the reps. Exhale, Tadasana. And just soften. Notice the effects of the asana. Notice the beat of the heart. And forget about controlling the breath. Let the breath flow naturally in response to your body's need. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Good. We've got one more side to go. Regular sun salutation just to get us down. So inhale, raise the arms. Full length of the exhale, fold it forward, bringing it down. Breathe it in, look forward and lengthen. Breathe out, hands plant. You can step or jump back, it's up to you. For me, I'm going to come into those rolling vinyasas. So rippling the spine forward, dropping the hips, lifting the heart. Take a big breath in. Breathing out, downward facing dog. Good. One more side. Left leg, send it all the way up. Bend the knee, open up that hip. And just take a breath into that sensation. And then slowly bringing that knee in towards your nose. How slowly, how purposefully can you step it forward? And automatically you're coming into those pulses. So coming back to your modified half split. Sending it forward into that lunge. Good. And just notice with ease now how you move. Notice how it feels so familiar. You can relax into the breath. Good. And then the next time you come forward onto that left foot, soften the right knee, rise, coming up, high lunge. Again, keep that buoyancy. Keep the stability in the movement. Big breath in, breathe out, lean and fly. Good. Arms go high, lifting up and out the lunge. And slowly leaning forward, loading that left leg. One more. Arms go high. Keep the arms as they are, lean forward. Really ground down through that left foot. Left arm under the right, eagle it out. And as you send the fingers forward, float in that right leg. Flexing the toes down, keeping it square. I'm with you. Breathing. Hold for 2. And 1. Bring that right knee in towards your chest. You're nearly there. Right knee on top of the left. Eagle it out. Find that wrap. Good. And settle into it. So everything's warm. Everything's engaged. Take a big breath in. And then slowly bring the elbows down towards the knee. Breathe. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Inhale to rise. Last little push. Exhale to Tadasana. Shake out through the hips if you need to. Congratulations. All done. And when you're ready, come to lay down upon your backs. So taking a seat all the way down onto the floor. So we did a lot of work through the glutes. I'm sure you can feel it. We'll release those, have a nice little twist, and then you can go on with your day. So we're going to do the most relaxing one I know. Recline pigeon. So bring both soles of the feet on the floor. Right foot on top of that left knee. So flex the toes to protect the knee. Already externally rotate through that right thigh. Now without using your hands, just pick that right knee up. Pick the left foot up and pull that left knee in towards you. Good. So just find an active stretch here first before we completely release. Notice where you can go with your muscles being in charge. And maybe you want to stay here. If you want more, hands, fingers can interlace behind the thigh, or you can grab hold in front of the shin. Again, just listening to your body. Wherever you are, thinking of pushing that right thigh out towards the front of the mat. Taking 2 more breaths here. If you know any other variations that you want to go into, please feel free. And then slowly release that left leg down towards the ground. Bring the right knee in towards your chest. And with the left hand, just drop that right knee over to the left, twist it out. Good. And now's the time to soften. So I do believe our practice should be one of control and release. So you've done the controlling. You've controlled your breath, you've controlled your body. And now's the time to surrender to that action. To let the body unwind. And then inhale, bring it back through center. Bring the right foot on the floor. Bring the left foot on top of that right knee. Flex the toes and pull it in towards you. Good. So again, using the muscles first. So notice where your range is that you can control. And notice how it's still quite active. And then when you're ready, hands underneath the thigh. Keep pushing, sending that left thigh away. Any variations you took on the first side, feel free to take it now. Just trying to keep the hips square. Trying not to let the sit bones lift. One more breath. And then releasing the right foot towards the floor. Right hand on top of the left knee. Pulling it across the body. Your final twist. Good. And again, no fighting, no forcing. Already telling the body that it's time to let go. And inhale, bring it back through center. Good. And coming in to your final resting spot. Your final Savasana. So bring the legs out wide. Let the palms rest up towards the sky. And completely soften everything down. Letting all the tension just roll out through the soles of the feet. And this is where I will leave you. So just take as long as you need to completely let go and completely surrender.